The light outside the living room window is beginning to fade. You can see the last hint of sunset casting a soft orange glow on the house across the street. In the distance, the sky is a prairie rose pink, with feathery white clouds that slowly meander above the horizon. Take a deep breath in, hold it for just a moment, and then release, feeling a wave of calm wash over you. Inside the house, the shadows are long, but you find your eyes have already begun to adjust to the dim light of dusk that is permeating the room. The colors of the sofa and chairs are now muted, and the wood of the table is more gray than brown. The details of the room are softer than usual, such that the lines and edges have started to blur. Although the sun is still setting outside, you can feel that night is already on its way here within these walls. Looking up, the back of a chair casts a shadow that stretches across the ceiling. You follow it down to the chair itself and the little nightlight that is flickered on behind it. The tiny bulb is attached to a socket at ankle height. It now reflects a subtle blue over the floor. At the edge of your vision, you see the bookcase against the back wall. Rows and rows of brightly colored books look softer now in this gentle light. Their spines appear like vertical lines in an abstract painting. Uneven edges in different heights stand side by side on the long horizontal lines of the shelves. On top of the bookcase sits the potted plant with curling leafy tendrils that hang down below the highest shelf. In the daylight, the plant is a vibrant Kelly green, but in the twilight haze, it almost looks like something out of the ocean. Sweeping ropes of seaweed diving deep beneath the waves in a mermaid's library, perhaps. Or maybe just the reflection of a vine on the surface of a glassy lake. Each leaf stands out as a dark shadow on a curlicue of stem. One by one, they climb down to the topmost shelf, a ladder of dark growth stretching toward the ground. In the diminishing light, it's easy for your imagination to take root and see shapes that otherwise exist only in dreams. You walk over to the little wooden table by the cozy armchair, which looks as plush and inviting as always. On top of the table is a lamp with a frosted glass shade and the image of an idyllic seaside village painted on it. You grasp the dangling brass chain beneath the shade with your fingertips and pull. With a click, the lamp floods the room with light. The same light shines behind the seaside village, bringing it to life. The windows in the quaint little cottages glow, filled with morning sun. Seagulls fly across a powder blue sky as puffy white clouds float above them. A lighthouse perches on the rocky shore with red and white stripes leading up to its pointy top. The bulb provides a dazzling beacon for all the tiny boats that dance across the waves below. Looking at this painted scene, your imagination begins to take over. You can almost hear the cry of the gulls as they soar above your head, and you can almost feel the cool sea breeze blowing through your hair and the taste of salt on your tongue. The warmth of the sun touches your cheeks and arms as waves crash against the rocks, sending plumes of spray into the air. Drops of water are caught by the wind and carried to your skin as a soft mist. You smile, thinking of how wonderful it would be to go through this picture into the seaside town and spend a day there. You might like to climb to the top of the lighthouse and watch sailboats glide across the sea, or visit one of the cottages where the smell of a home-cooked meal would delight your senses. Instead, you watch as the lampshade projects images of the scene on the wall behind it. The same boats drift like gliding shadows along the white-painted backdrop. Leaving the seaside village and lamp behind, you walk over to the window. Outside, you see the streetlights have come on. Pools of orange illuminate the ground around them. As you watch, the lights of other houses flicker to life. Porch lights, fairy lights, kitchen lights. They all blend to bring a soft glow to their nighttime surroundings. With a final glance at the restful scene outside, you reach up and close the blinds and pull the curtain shut behind them. Then, you turn and walk into the kitchen. The dishes are already clean and stacked in the drying rack. The overhead light glints off the shining silver bottom of a pot turned upside down. You are grateful this everyday task is already finished. It's a satisfying reminder of a job well done. There might be a few cups or glasses left on the counter, but you don't mind. There will be plenty of time to get to those tomorrow. You remind yourself that whatever you manage to accomplish today is enough, and a new day brings with it a whole new array of possibilities. The counters are wiped up, and the dish towels hung to dry on the handle of the stove. One towel has a picture of a black and white spotted cow standing on a patch of grass. Rolling green hills complete the scene along with a golden bell around the cow's neck. It's a happy picture, you think, and a relaxing one. The other towel is plain olive green, made of terry cloth with small raised squares like a quilt. It feels nice to dry your hands on that one. You're always happy when it comes out fresh from the laundry. You glance from appliance to appliance, over the stove and toaster to the electric kettle and refrigerator. You see the coffee pot clean and waiting to deliver a steaming cup tomorrow morning. There's the bag of freshly roasted coffee beans standing next to it, along with a jar full of tea bags. It's nice to enjoy a cup of tea in the mornings too, or in the afternoon when you need a sip of something rejuvenating. You look over at the dining room table. In the center, there's a curvy glass vase with a small cluster of flowers standing in water. The blooms are pink, red, and yellow and surrounded by rough fern-like leaves on delicate stems. The smell of flowers fills the air and intermingles with the scent of dinner cooked hours ago. Together, the aromas make you think of home. Home means different things to different people, but here in this place, it is comfort and security. It's the stability of routine, of knowing where the dishes and cutlery go and where to find the little pieces of scrap paper when you need to write a note. With the tip of your finger, you flick the light switch. In an instant, the room is dark. It takes your eyes a few moments to adjust. When they do, you see that everything looks a little bigger now. The refrigerator seems wider and the kettle taller than it used to be. What a wonder it is how the quality of light can change perceptions of ordinary objects. You look down at your hands and can barely make out the individual lines of your fingers held out in front of you. With the lights turned off, it's time to get ready for bed. You return to the lamp with the seaside village and pull the brass chain again. The light goes out and you feel the village settling down for the night, just like you. Entering the bedroom, you find your pajamas, change into them, and enjoy the cozy feeling of soft material on your skin. Then, you move to the bathroom and brush your teeth. You've always found this to be a rather mindful task. The repetitive motion, the subtle sensations of bristles on your teeth, a moment to pause as the day is winding down. You take a sip of water not only to hydrate but to enjoy the feeling of a freshly cleaned mouth. Then you turn off the light. Back in the bedroom, you follow the same routine, clicking off with your fingertips. You turn on the little lamp on the bedside table and notice how it casts a small circle of light just where you sleep. The table is small and stands at the same height as the bed. On top, you keep a glass of water and the book you like to read before you fall asleep every night. There's a little drawer that opens in the front. Inside is a jumble of important things and scraps of paper you tucked away out of sight. Perhaps you'll organize it one day, you think, but not tonight. You pull back the covers and sit down on the mattress, feeling how the weight of your body depresses the top of it ever so slightly. You lean back and pull one of the fluffy pillows behind you. It supports your spine and keeps you comfortable as you read. Carefully, you slide your legs under the covers and pull the sheets up so the top fold rests in your lap. From the table, you pick up the book and feel the weight of it in your hands. Its cover is smooth but hard. You run your fingertips over the embossed lettering of the title. The shiny, elegant bumps are glossy beneath your skin. Resting on your knees, it falls open to the page where you finished last night. You remove the bookmark and set it on the table beside you. You read a page, and then another, and then finish the chapter. You move on to the next one and watch the story play out, line by line. As you read, you notice your eyelids beginning to feel heavy. They want to close and let pictures take the place of the words in your mind. Slowly, you blink, trying to make it to the end of the chapter. But your tired eyes guide the movement of your hands as you place the bookmark between the pages, close the book, and set it back on the table. You feel a yawn coming on and bring your hand to your mouth. It overtakes you, causing your muscles to move as the yawn encompasses your body. As if in response, you stretch your arms up over your head and then out to the sides before bringing them back to your lap. The warmth of the bed seems even more inviting now, and you long to feel the weight of the covers on your whole body. You shift down into the bed and move the pillow that had been supporting your back. It now rests beneath your head, which you snuggle into the perfect position. You reach back toward the table and click off the lamp. A comforting darkness envelops the room, like a curtain drawn across a window at night. What a comfortable bed this is, you think. A sense of gratitude wells up inside you, with the understanding that you have everything you need. You have a safe place to sleep and a good book to read. Your space is warm and cozy, and the sheets and pillow are soft and welcoming. You think of the flowers sitting on the table and the green plant draped over the bookshelf. You think of the cow on the tea towel in the kitchen and the quaint seaside village with the tall lighthouse on the lampshade. You wonder if the village is laying down to sleep. Perhaps the sailboats have drawn in their sails and made their way back to a quiet harbor. Tiny waves lap at the rocky shore, moving in and out with the tide. You wonder if the moon shines brightly overhead and if the stars twinkle in a jet-black sky. And at each of the cottages, you imagine families tucking children into bed, or maybe reading a book until they fall asleep. You think of silent kitchens and living rooms with curtains drawn. Maybe there are lights like the ones in your neighborhood that cast a soft glow on the village streets. These pictures play out in the darkness behind your eyelids, where you can see the nighttime village in the depths of your imagination. You envision the lighthouse, a glittering beacon on the otherwise shadowed coastline, and the lighthouse keeper tucked away in bed. The images from the lampshade intermingle with the familiar rooms of your home. The sights and smells and sounds intertwine. The cool sea breeze and the scent of the flowers. The cry of the gulls and the salt on your tongue. The sound of the refrigerator whirring softly to sleep, and the sound of the waves crashing on the shore. They all slowly blend together into the static noise of a resting mind. Slowly, you feel your mind begin to wander. The pictures grow further and further away. The lines become hazy, like the edge of a watercolor, and the sounds more distant, like echoes on the wind. And with them, you may find yourself drifting away towards sleep, knowing you are safe and comfortable tonight. Welcome to Get Sleepy, where we listen, we relax, and we get sleepy. I'm Thomas, and as always, you are so very welcome here. Whatever your day has held, this is your safe, comfortable place to slow down. There's nothing to achieve and nowhere to go right now. Just let yourself sink into this time, letting worries loosen as your mind drifts toward rest. Tonight's story is a simple one, a gentle routine at home after sunset that guides you towards steady, peaceful sleep. We'll take our time, move through familiar motions, and allow your imagination to soften the edges of the day. We won't rush. Relaxation builds gradually, and many people find that a consistent evening routine helps the body recognize when it's time for sleep. Before we begin, think back to the start of your morning. Perhaps you woke and stretched, brewed coffee, or watered a plant. Maybe you cared for someone, spoke with a friend, or tackled a small task that needed doing. Consider the ordinary rhythms: breakfast, a midday pause, a message sent, a thought that made you smile. Your day had its own motions, some planned, some unexpected. It's enough to acknowledge them, then let them settle. A brief reflection like this can help ease the mind's tendency to replay the day. Many people find that noting a few small things they did or appreciated reduces bedtime rumination. Now the light outside the living room window is beginning to fade. The sky holds the last traces of orange, and the distant clouds slow their drift. Inside, colors soften, gray and gentle brown, a hint of blue, and shadows stretch across the floor. As your eyes adjust, the edges blur, and the room takes on a dim, restful glow. You take a slow breath in, pause, and release, noticing how the body responds to quiet. Dimmer light in the evening is kind to the body's natural rhythm. Bright light can delay the feeling of sleepiness, while warm, low light helps your system understand that night has arrived. You move to a small wooden table beside a cozy armchair. A lamp waits there, its frosted shade painted with a seaside village. You lift the lamp's chain with gentle fingers and click it on. The village brightens, cottages glimmer, gulls soar below soft clouds. A striped lighthouse stands watch over a calm shoreline. Your imagination steps through the scene as if the air itself carried a cool sea breeze into the room. You can almost taste a trace of salt on your tongue, and the sunlight feels warm against your cheeks. Imagine climbing the lighthouse stairs, pausing at the top to see tiny boats drifting in the water below. Picture the red roofs of the cottages, the windows glowing with morning light, and the gentle hush that follows each wave's curl and release. The scene is simple, steady, and kind. Guided imagery, imagining vivid, calming places can help settle the mind and reduce stress. Many people use gentle visualization to ease into relaxation before sleep. You turn toward the window again and see the first porch lights blinking on. Soft pools of amber gather beneath them along the street. One by one, windows glow, then dim as the neighborhood settles. With a calm motion, you close the blinds and draw the curtains. The outside world remains, but it can rest now, and so can you. The room feels safe and contained, your own quiet harbor for the night. In the kitchen, dishes rest clean in the rack. The counters are wiped and a towel hangs from the oven handle, one showing a cheerful cow standing in green hills, the other a simple olive pattern, warm and familiar. You notice the coffee pot ready for tomorrow, a jar of tea bags waiting nearby. It's reassuring to see small things prepared in advance. You don't need to do more, you've done enough. You flip the light off and let the darkness deepen. Completing a few small tasks in the evening can reduce lingering mental to-dos, which may help the mind unwind. Some people jot down a simple note for tomorrow to further lighten cognitive load. You change into your pajamas, feeling soft fabric settle around your shoulders and arms. In the bathroom, you brush your teeth, attending to each gentle motion. You sip a little water, noticing the clean, cool sensation in your mouth. The lights click off, and you return to the bedroom, where a bedside lamp casts a calm circle of light. A book rests there and a glass of water. Everything has its place. Nothing needs to be perfect. A simple, repeatable routine signals to the body that sleep is approaching. Many people sleep better when they limit fluids late at night to avoid waking and keep screens out of the bedroom to ease the transition to rest. You pull back the covers and sit sliding beneath the sheets. Your book opens to the place you left off. You read a page, then another, watching the story unfold line by line. With each paragraph, your eyes feel heavier, like gentle weights inviting them to close. You place the bookmark, close the book, and set it aside. A yawn arrives unhurried, stretching through the body. Your arms float up, out, and back down, and the bed's warmth rises to meet you. Reading a physical book can be a restful pre-sleep activity. Screens that emit bright blue-tinged light can delay the feeling of sleepiness. Many people find that avoiding them for an hour before bed helps. You click off the lamp, and a soft darkness gathers around the bed like a curtain drawn across a window. The pillow settles beneath your head, supporting the neck and letting the jaw unclench. The blankets feel gently weighted, steadied by your breathing. A cool, dark environment supports sleep. Many sleep experts suggest keeping the bedroom comfortably cool, around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, or 15 to 19 degrees Celsius, and reducing light to help the body's natural melatonin rise. If you wake often feeling warm, a lighter blanket or breathable fabric may help. You pause to notice small comforts, the kindness of a familiar room, the softness of your sheets, the way the day's efforts can be enough. Gratitude does not need to be grand. It can be as simple as thanking this moment for its calm. Many people find that acknowledging a few good things, even tiny ones, can ease anxious thoughts at bedtime. Now, invite ease into the body bit by bit. Let your forehead smooth, eyes soften, and jaw loosen. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears, feeling their weight slide down. Relax your arms, your hands, each fingertip. Let your chest open gently, breathing without effort. Soften your belly, hips, and legs. Relax your knees, ankles, and toes. There's nothing to hold. You are safe to rest. Slow, steady breathing and gentle muscle relaxation can reduce tension and nudge the body towards sleep. Let the rhythm be easy. No perfect way to breathe, just comfortable and calm. Picture the seaside village now at night. The boats have come home, their sails folded with care. The lighthouse keeps its quiet watch, sending a slow pulse of light along the gently moving water. In the cottages, families have closed their books and switched off their lamps. The gulls have quieted, waves hush the shore and then retreat, soft and constant. The village rests, and so do you. There is no need to force sleep. It will arrive when it is ready. If it takes a little time, that's all right. You can lie here in comfort, enjoying the peaceful feeling of doing nothing. Many small choices throughout the day help sleep later: less caffeine in the afternoon, fewer bright screens before bed, and lighter meals at night. You've already done something kind for yourself by being here. If sleep is often difficult, know that support exists. It's okay to seek help if you need it. For now, just rest. Let the mind drift. Let your thoughts grow hazy, like watercolor edges fading into the night. Slowly, your mind begins to wander. Pictures soften and float away. Sounds grow faint and far, like echoes moving down a quiet shore. You are comfortable, steady, and safe. And with that safety, you can allow yourself to drift and drift and drift into a long, gentle